somebody in the van, we were like going to shoot a little piece today, and somebody said something and felt like they were being a little disparaging about P.F. Chang's, and I was like, not on my watch. I don't know if you noticed, but I was like,
I heard you say, I love P.F. Chang.
I was like, shut it down. You know what they say, the fish rots from the head down. I want everyone to know there is no place on this staff for disparaging chain restaurants.
For P.F. Chang's slander.
For P.F. Chang's slander. No, sir, not on my watch.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing my best.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm drinking a LaCroix limoncello because we just came in from the hot sun.
A little hot.
It tastes like poopery smells.
It's disgusting.
No, I mean it as a compliment.
No, you don't.
I do.
I don't believe you.
You know I love the smell of poopery.
Potpourri or
Poopery. Potpourri, I can take or leave, but poopery, the toilet spray, I love.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I enjoy it too. I mean, there's different kinds. There's many different versions.
Yes. But the I feel like limoncello LaCroix is reminiscent of original poopery.
Well, now, can I smell?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How are you doing?
I mean, how are you doing?
We're going to make this a fast one.
We have to. We have to.
You already saw the time labeled on it.
Yeah.
We're here.
We're done. We're out. We're out, guys.
We're here at the studio for Busy This Week on QVC Plus.
Have you done it? Have you gotten it, guys?
SN Plus.
Uh-huh.
I feel like a lot of you have watched. And I feel like a lot of you in other countries were able to watch it once and then you weren't able to. And then some of you figured out how to watch it over VPN, which is probably like not necessarily legal, but like I
think it's great.
We love it for you. And thank you for sharing with other people how to do that.
We think it's great.
Because I have to be honest, like I feel so bad. I have DM'd so many people that are like, how can I watch it in Australia? And I'm like, I'm the worst person to answer this question about like a technical issue. Like,
yeah, no, we can't. We can't.
I can't even make.
We don't know it.
I can't make the TV in your house work.
We don't know her.
But somebody very smart figured out how to do it, and they put a post on our Facebook group about how to get VPN, and she was watching it successfully. So hopefully other people have figured that out. And if you haven't, you can go find that post, and that nice friend will explain it.
Great.
How are you?
It's a community.
It's a community. We all help each other.
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Are you tired?
I am. Are you?
We're a little tired.
I'm tired.
Yeah, we're like a little bit working around the clock, like in a fun way. I keep telling Busy, like Busy's asking how I am, and I'm like, I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to do this, and then I always want to make a point to stop and say, I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed. And
no, I know, and it's hard. It's hard because we like, we want to do a great job at everything.
Yeah.
Are we spread thin? Perhaps. Perhaps.
Yeah. And we do it to ourselves every time too.
Well, no. I actually would say that the old adage, when it rains, it pours, holds true always.
Yeah.
And when we were launching Busy Tonight, it just so happened that they wanted to premiere. The way that it worked for them was like 3 weeks after my book came out.
Yeah.
Remember? So
Yeah.
it was like everything was happening all at once. I had to try to do like book tour stuff while we were like trying to get the finishing, like just get that show up.
Yeah.
It was very complicated.
Yeah.
I just think that is kind of the way that things are right now. Also, astrologically, I will say in my house of career, this is it. This is the moment. So
this is the moment.
For what it's worth.
My friend, my most active group chat, shout out to Ashley and Kristen, is a triple Gemini group chat. And Kristen sent Channy's post the other day as we entered
Welcome to Gemini
season. And she was like, for Geminis, it's about to be like a wild ride.
Yeah.
So
it's been astrologically like all the things have been happening, I think, for everybody.
Yeah.
In lots and lots of ways.
Including everyone getting to see the Northern Lights in the United States, except for me.
That was not this week. Wasn't that last?
No, it
that
wasn't. It was last week, but I'm still stung by it.
I mean, I can't. And the world continues to burn. Like, I mean, it's like, it's just
yeah.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
Exhausting.
That it's been a lot. And I just feel like there's literally a lot of literal trials, and then a lot of tribulations.
So much.
A side of tribulations to
and
go.
a lot of turbulence. Today there was that airplane.
Oh, I know.
That person died because of sudden turbulence.
Oh, wear your seatbelts, everybody.
Always wear your seatbelts.
Always wear your
buckled
seatbelt,
in.
I guess.
Always buckled in.
I never took that seriously, and now I take it very seriously going forward from this moment.
I always have done it.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm a little bit of like a,
I'm like an airplane libertarian, you know? Like when I was a kid, we did not wear seatbelts at all. Like, so I bet we even had cars that didn't have seatbelts. And then in Massachusetts, they made seatbelts mandatory. I remember the click it or ticket
people were so mad.
Campaign, and people were so mad,
Yeah,
including I
remember
believe like my parents were like, we don't have to wear seatbelts. That's like a personal choice, you know?
Yeah, well.
And which is so funny when I think about it. And my mom literally still would never wear her seatbelt, even past the point where cars would like make the dinging noise if you weren't wearing a seatbelt. And then she would always pretend like she forgot to put her seatbelt on. But my kids were raised so seatbelt mandatory that they would like rat out my mom and be like, Mom, Grammy's not being safe.
I mean, good for them.
Good for them. Yeah. But all that being said, I still kind of am like, not the kind of person that always wears a seatbelt in an aircraft, because I think it's more for like takeoff and landing, and then it's just like a flying living room the rest of the flight. But no more. I'm wearing the seatbelt the whole time now, because
The thing about that sudden turbulence, you don't get a warning.
it's sudden, right?
I think also you can like listen in the beginning of the flight to know if there's ever going to be some possible rocky
Right.
patches.
Right. But I mean, I guess
But even if you wear it, I do it loose.
yeah.
I
Then
like
at least you
stretch
won't like
it all out.
go flying.
I'm saying you can wear it like as loose as you can get it if you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. The reason I do it is because I stand up a lot on a plane. I'm the most annoying person on a plane. I stand up a lot on a plane, and sometimes I forget it's on. And then it's like when you get clotheslined by a turnstile that you think is going to turn and it doesn't. And it just like hits you in the center of gravity. Do you know that? That's a very unique New York experience.
Or anyone who goes to amusement parks.
Unique New York. Yeah. But this has never happened to us on a flight together. We've taken a few flights together. But the very, very worst thing about me on a flight is when there is turbulence, I cannot help it. I laugh.
Oh.
It's horrible. I feel horrible.
I don't know. No, people have all kinds of weird reactions.
Because everyone is like, oh my God, this is terrifying. And they're like, clutching their armrests. And I am as well, but also I laugh. And because it's like tummy tickles for me.
Oh, that's why? Not because it's nervous?
Nope. It's because it like literally physically tickles my stomach and I crack up laughing. And everyone is just like, the entire plane is unified in their hatred of me. And maybe sometimes that's what keeps us safe, like that energy. Like everybody's just like this, we all hate this bitch.
I do believe sometimes in having a common shared enemy.
Yeah, I'm happy to be
in like with strangers, like someone that we can all just be like, ugh, this guy.
100%. Last night I was walking down the street and I was talking to my husband on the phone, And this guy was like, I think he had just purchased drugs, perhaps, from another gentleman. But then he started acting like, the best way that I could describe it to my husband is that he started acting like a villain does in like a musical theater number. Like he was like glancing over his shoulder and then like weirdly like tiptoe / sashaying. But anyway, I was on the phone with my husband and I was like, this person is acting kind of unpredictable. And then this lady like walked up right beside me and like got shoulder to shoulder with me. And she was like, this guy's acting nuts. We're together. And I was like,
Oh, that's good. I like
it was
that.
good. It was good. So we walked together for the rest of the block. And then the man crossed the street and we were like, have a good one. See ya.
Ugh, that's great. Sometimes you need a buddy.
You need a buddy, but also it was kind of funny because he didn't seem dangerous, but it was odd. Like,
And also sometimes a person isn't dangerous, but you're like, I just don't want to deal with this right now.
Exactly.
Like it's just not.
I don't want to become part of this villainous musical number, whatever it is.
Whatever's happening. Whatever's happening, it's not for me today.
I'm not in it. I did not audition for this show.
No. You're like, I'm cutting myself out. Well, yeah, what else is happening? Anything?
What else is happening?
I don't know. I'm just very tired.
Our show is, the next episode is premiering tonight. It's Alana Glazer and Michelle Buteau are on to talk about the movie Babes.
Which we loved. We really loved that movie. We highly recommend, if you haven't seen it yet, getting yourself and some friends, going to the movie theater and seeing it. I think it is fantastic.
Go see it.
Go see it.
Michelle Buteau, particularly, I just wound up adoring her so much because I've
You're
met
like, I'm not so tired.
particularly, I sound like I'm a white wine drunk. Like,
She's not. We were just out in the sun.
we were just out in the sun getting cooked up by the sun's rays. Do you know about our friend Nelson, about how one time we always say good luck to each other because one time his mom texted us, we were doing something and his mom texted us that she was out having a couple white wines like at a sidewalk cafe with some friends. And we told her that we were going to like make something. We were going to shoot something. And she was like, oh, that sounds so fun. And then she texted good luck.
Oh, that's funny.
So that's our catchphrase to each other. Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck, guys.
But anyway, I was so happy to meet Michelle Buteau because I've been such a big fan of hers forever. And I've met Alana in the past and remain a huge fan of hers. But I was so excited to meet Michelle Buteau. And I love when someone just lives up to how delightful you expect them to be or hope they'll be.
She's fantastic. I've met her a few times. We've hung out a couple times. I like really, really enjoy her and Alana both.
She's so talented. And I
Both.
said this on the show, like when we're making the show, Hollywood Break, when you're making a talk show, the producer usually tries to talk to the guest ahead of time to talk about what they're going to talk about. And they have been doing so much press for Babes. I hadn't had a chance to talk to Michelle. I had spoken to Alana, but Michelle just didn't even have 15 minutes where she could talk to me. Understood. So I was like, I'm going to scooch in when she gets to the studio and just give her the breakdown of what we're planning to do and see if there's anything she wants to touch on. And, you know, you roll with it. You do the best you can. And so I came in, she was getting hair primped, she was getting makeup, she was getting into wardrobe, getting gorgeous. And I could just tell that they had already, we were like their 100th stop of the day, you know? And I came in and I was like, hey, Michelle, so nice to meet you. I'm Caissie. I'm the producer of the show. We didn't get a chance to have a pre-interview. And she just goes, wait, Caissie, it's so nice to meet you. Can I ask you a question? And I was like, what? And she was like, do you have cloth napkins at your house? And I said, yes, I do. And then she was like, okay, then I trust you.
Which I actually now I'm going to use. It's so true. It's so
a good
well. You're an
test.
adult. You're an adult. It means that you're an adult.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on board. I like it.
We have a common test now for just, you know, do you have cloth napkins?
You know how much I love cereal. Cereal is the best. but I feel like it was just like a lot of sugar, a lot of empty carbs. And then here comes Magic Spoon.
I love Magic Spoon. I'm a longtime Magic Spoon customer because I do watch my carbs. But
you really don't.
I really don't. I really don't. But I do love to sit down and have a bowl of cereal on a Saturday morning. And so Magic Spoon is the perfect solution for me.
They have a variety pack. The flavors are cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, 4 to 5 grams of net carbs. Only 140 calories a serving, high protein, 0 grams of sugar, keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free. Caissie loves it. What's your favorite flavor, Caissie?
I love the fruity flavor. I love all the flavors. The variety pack is great, but I freestyle with all the flavors that they have. I love them all. And I also hide them in my office so that they won't get eaten up by my family.
Really?
Yeah, because sometimes I just go to get it and everybody loves it. So
everybody loves it.
So I hide a box in my office and I hope my family's not listening and they don't go find it.
I mean, I'm sure they will. You know what I mean? But also, guys, but they could get their own. That's the great thing.
That's the great thing. I just never want to go get my Magic Spoon and then it's been eaten.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
It is the worst.
So I do keep a reserve box.
You can go to magicspoon.com/busy to grab a variety pack and try it today and use our promo code BUSY at the checkout to save $5 on your order. Plus, Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's back with 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they will refund that money. No questions asked. Guys, remember, start your day off right with a delicious bowl, or end your day, or have it at your office.
Anytime.
A delicious bowl of high-protein cereal at magicspoon.com/busy and use the code BUSY to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode. Well, you guys remember how amazing we thought the song Finch song turned out that Caissie made for me before we started the show. We just wanted to bring it up that Father's Day is around the corner, guys. And if you're looking for the perfect Father's Day gift, I actually think you found it in Song Finch.
Right. Should we play a little clip of the song for them
Play a little
they can
clip,
hear
yeah.
it? Okay.
We've seen a couple starts and stops, TV shows and podcast talks, stuck together from job to job, doing our best whatever comes along. You've had my back, we've cried, we've laughed, through meetings, eating a banana. I don't have to be anyone but me, anytime that I'm here with ya. LA, New York, coast to coast, somehow we've still stayed this close. On the good days, on the bad days, I know, yeah, I know. I got you.
It's so good, right?
I mean, I'm obsessed with it. I actually am obsessed with it. How it works, guys, is that Song Finch lets you create an original radio quality song inspired by your own life or your partner's life or your friend's life or whatever, and the people that you love. It's completely unique. It's personal. It lasts forever. Song Finch walks you through a simple process to create your original song. You tell them all the details, who the song's for, what type of song you want, style, and then personal details, and then a musician, an actual Song Finch musician of your choice. And you get to listen to their demos and pick who you want to work with, will write, record, and produce your original song in 4 to 7 days. There are unique add-ons that make the gift more special. You can get a vinyl record, or you can get one-of-a-kind art made. You can even add your song to Spotify. With more than 350,000 happy customers, Songfinch is proud to be called the #1 custom music company in the world. So whether your song is for Father's Day, an upcoming graduation or wedding or anniversary, come on.
It would be such a good wedding song.
Good wedding gift.
Yeah.
Or just a gift to show someone you love how much you care. Go start your song now to lock in one of Songfinch's top artists. Don't waste another dollar on more stuff that no one wants. Get a radio quality original song that's totally unique to your relationship. It'll come in 4 to 7 days. The song's going to last forever. For a limited time, Songfinch is letting our listeners upload their song to Spotify for free. So you and the lucky person you gift it to can listen to it anywhere, anytime, and play it for anyone they want. Go to songfinch.com/busy and start your song. After you purchase, you will be prompted to add Spotify streaming for your original song for free. It's a $50 value. Again, my URL is songfinch.com/busy. Don't forget to share your song with us. We want to hear it. Songfinch.com/busy.
I'm lucky you love me.
I hope people are watching it. I hope people are enjoying it. When I tell people about it, they seem very excited. Everybody who's coming seems excited to be here and like excited about it. I don't know. It's all good.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. It's fun. It's nice to be doing it again. And and I'm trying to like remember to enjoy it instead of just being like
Overwhelmed.
Yeah. Running around and like,
Yeah. I could do we could both, I think, do better in like taking care of ourselves and like resting more.
Yeah.
But I'm so like, this is again, like I'm like jam-packed with all kinds of things all the time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish I had been. Well, no, I was going to say I wish I had done things differently and like planned better, but there was no way to do it. Wasn't possible.
It wasn't possible.
So we're just doing the best we can with like the way that everything shook out.
So true.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I hope your week's been good. I'm trying to think of anything else interesting we can talk about. The fucking football player, fuck that guy. I mean, we don't even need to get into it. That guy sucks.
Oh my gosh.
What a joker.
That's wild. The wild thing to me is that like his mom is like an accomplished physicist, I think.
Of course. I mean, that's
so
his
to me,
issues.
It seems like he was mad that his mom like had to work and missed some of his football games or something.
Yeah, I think Birdie and he can probably have a conversation about that. She gets mad about it too. And I'm like, what, you want me to be a trad wife? Should I be a trad wife, Birdie? Is that what you want? Sometimes I'm like such a bitch. But like, I get it. Like, you do just want your mom. It's complicated, right?
It's complicated.
It's complicated because kids like actually want their moms, not their dads. I'm sorry, guys. I'm saying it. It's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah.
And when the mom is the one that's like out there doing the thing. And also, by the way, whatever fucking Butker's name is or whatever the fuck that guy's name is, like, the truth is, you know, these are just bad ideas that have like started to regurgitate because for a myriad of reasons, and they're being reinforced by fucking social media and TikTok. I'm like sounding like an old lady here, but like, you know, but also I wouldn't be surprised if like his dad has some feelings about how accomplished the mom is. And like,
it could be.
And perhaps he heard that a lot growing up and it like wormed into his brain. You got to be careful about the things you say about your children's parents, other parent.
Yeah.
Because they really do hear it. No matter if you think you're being cool about it or not.
Right.
They hear it. They take it in.
Right.
They think they made it up themselves.
Right. And listen, here's what I want to say. Maybe it's different. Maybe kids now, like, maybe they want their dad as much as their mom because maybe like there's different, you know, here's what I know. In my house, my husband was like the primary caretaker for our kids a lot of the time because I was working, because I had a job where I made more money. And so
you have boys though. It is different. I mean,
I guess it is
this
different.
Guy Harrison's whatever, a boy, but
there were times when I would say to my kids, like, you're allowed to ask me for something, like I have the authority to give you permission to like go somewhere after school, you know, like just because dad is. So it's interesting. But what I want to say is I just thought it was such a weird speech to be giving at a college graduation to tell everyone, like,
half of the graduates.
Yeah, that like what you're here for isn't what life is. And like, he didn't mention anything about like men should be excited to get on their fatherhood journey and spend time with their families.
I mean, is that guy a dad?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I've really no interest.
I don't either.
To be honest,
seems like a real fucking idiot to me.
Here's what if I was graduating college and like a kicker from any football team was my graduation speaker, I would be sort of
Bummed.
annoyed. I'd be bummed. I'd be like,
I agree.
I'd rather have like an esteemed professor from the school who I studied with talk.
I'd rather have anyone.
Than like
Literally anyone.
an athlete, because I don't know, like I guess they work hard, but it's
I don't know if I agree with that entirely, but that guy in particular, like I don't know why that was a choice or how it was a choice. I think there are some athletes that are truly extraordinary and have overcome a lot and have a lot of things to say.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like sometimes an athlete grows into someone more than just an athlete, like culturally, you know, they become like a personality. So we have athletes that have become actors. And has anyone become a musical performer from being an athlete?
Caissie, I don't know.
I remember, I mean, I know that like NFL teams have recorded novelty songs.
No, I mean
together.
the Chicago Bears song.
Yeah.
But
But I don't know. But, you know, but athletes sometimes become like speakers or spokespeople, business people. And, you know, but all I know about this guy is that he's an athlete. Like that's all I knew about him. And I'm like, I'd be bummed if like a place kicker who I never like had heard of was my graduation speaker. That's just me.
Sounds terrible.
Who knows? I can't even remember who my graduation speaker was now that I'm
I
sure.
didn't graduate, so.
Do you know who was the speaker the year you would have graduated?
I went. It wasn't anyone impressive.
Okay.
I think that I remember my roommate from college being bummed.
Oh my God.
I remember, like, I feel like the year before they had someone really great.
Yeah.
And then she was like, come on. We have this guy. That guy sucks. Like, it was like not cool.
I think my Eli's college, one of the most famous alumnus was Dan Loria, the dad from the Wonder Years. And I think that he was really hoping he'd be his graduation speaker. But then he didn't even have a graduation. He just graduated in Emily Beebe's backyard. He got an email saying, congrats, you graduated.
2020, y'all.
That was it.
2020.
And then Lincoln, as we know, paused college.
Yeah. So Lincoln and I are in the same boat.
So same boat.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what any of this is at this point. I guess that's hard. I've been thinking about that a lot recently. Like, I'm so confused by these last 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if anyone else out there feels the same, but I imagine you do. Because I don't understand it. And I don't understand how to process any of it. I feel like I've been trying and I'm just like moving forward and like living life and whatever. But I just, sometimes I'm like, what happened? What the fuck? Where is everything? What happened? Like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I know I'm very tired, but like, it just feels like everything just went so off the rails in ways that like I could not have predicted. Not just, I mean, in all ways.
Here's one thing. A lot has changed. And I can put it in terms of like what has changed in New York City, because I once lived and worked here, and then I've been away for several years. So many dog poops in New York City.
I mean, it's fucking disgusting.
So many dog poops. Just
what
like,
is wrong with people?
This is what I'm saying. There was a time when a New Yorker would have shamed, like a whole gaggle of New Yorkers would have shamed anyone trying to leave a dog poop on the sidewalk.
I wonder if the number of dogs increased exponentially because of the pandemic.
I think it did. And also, I think that we've become too individualistic to really be fully trusted with some things. And that includes riding bikes in New York City.
God, people are such fucking idiots.
And picking up dog shits.
Yeah.
I think everybody's just like, everyone should follow the rules. Everyone should follow the rules, except for me. I do not want to pick up that dog poop, and I don't want to ride the right way in my bike and stop at the light and let people walk across. And I'm just like, that's where those things break down. You know what I mean? Like, that's where we're talking about like how we're an interdependent society, and we should have like part of having each other's backs is picking up your dog's shit.
Oh my God, totally. It's
you know,
so gross.
And part of having each other's backs and like being like the great metropolitan place where you can like ride bikes like they do in Europe is that like you then have to follow the rules and not murder
people down. Or just like whatever you decide. I'm just going to ride the wrong way down this street, like endangering everyone, or ride the wrong way down a bike lane, which is the most dangerous.
It's insane.
Because when I'm walking and like walking with the kids too, like I now look both ways.
Yeah.
Even though it's a one-way street, I still look both ways now because bikers don't fucking care.
Right.
And there's so many electric bikes. Oh my God.
It's kind of wild, but I'm just like, listen, I know that we're talking about like deeper stuff, but I'm just talking about like, those are two little areas where people could be like, let me just do my best and let me not try to murder people on the street and like leave a pile of poop for them to fall into after they get hit by a bike. But no one wants to pick up poop and no one wants to stop killing people on their bikes here.
I genuinely have no like patience for people that don't.
Are there a lot of bike related injuries that get reported? Okay,
yeah,
I wondered.
I looked it up.
Because I've almost been killed 1,000 times myself.
It's really fucked up actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, terrible.
And I had one year where two friends were seriously injured by like passing bikers, which, you know, I understand like the person's going at a high rate of speed and accidents happen, but that's all the more reason why you have to like follow the rules.
Oh my God.
Cause like I'm not out here jaywalking or anything. I'm following the rules that the pedestrian rules. I'm trying. But
I follow most of the pedestrian rules. I do walk across the street if there's no cars coming.
Okay. All right.
I do that.
I have
places to be, Caissie.
I've even stopped doing that because like a bike will literally come flying out of the darkness.
Very, very true. That's very true.
And I'm like, what a stupid way to die. Could you imagine if I had to call my family and tell them that I died because I jaywalked and a bike hit me? Ugh.
It'll be such a bummer.
Ugh, such a bummer.
Similarly, why I haven't had my stomach surgery or like to like have the skin on my stomach fixed.
Because you don't want to be like, I died in stomach surgery.
Well, that's like the joke in Clueless. Her mom died of a tummy tuck.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it
happened.
It happens. It happens.
I'm not doing that. I can't do that.
How do you feel about when people they do medical tourism to get like plastic surgery in other countries?
I don't give a fuck what people want to do with their lives.
No, but do you think like, are you scared for them, or do you think
no one I know has ever done it? But again, I'm like very much your body, your choice, baby.
100%. I wonder.
Live your truth.
I go between wondering if it's like the safest and smartest thing in the world, or if I think it's like so dangerous because there'd be like
I think it depends where you go.
Like an information gap or whatever.
I think it depends where you go. For sure. I mean,
like I'm like, is it better to go to a country where they have like an all-inclusive thing where I might not necessarily speak the language, but they really seem like they know what they're doing, or stay in Los Angeles and get a surgery using a Groupon?
Because I understand the state of healthcare is insane. I love Ritual. I really do. I really, really love the daily protein. And I love the symbiotic and gut health situation because, first of all, I know that they like have no shady business going on. I really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only about 1% of the supplement brands on the market have the USP verified mark, which shows the product contains the ingredients that are listed on the label. That's a big deal. It is so that you can trust what you're putting in your body.
Well, I think we have so many things that are being marketed to us and pushed to us in our timelines.
Mm-hmm.
So to know that something's like actually verified, proven, and has what it says it has, and it is a huge relief to me.
I know. And Ritual knows that we all should be very aware of the things that we're putting in our bodies. You should be a little skeptical. But you're also like not expected to be an expert. You can't be, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why they are like, here you go. We've got it. We've done the work for you. Ritual multivitamins are vegan, non-GMO, product verified, gluten and major allergen free. It's a certified B Corp. I love that.
Love that.
And it's made traceable. That's amazing.
Talk about putting your money where your mouth is.
We want to trace our stuff. No more shady business. Also, the Rituals Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin is like the best multivitamin out there. You can really trust it.
9 key nutrients and 2 delayed release capsules per day that optimize your body's absorption. And it's very gentle on an empty stomach, which is a huge thing for me because I get a little sensitive tummy sometimes.
Yeah, I get it. Well, guys, get Rituals Essential for Women 18 Plus, a multivitamin you can trust. Get 25% off your first month at ritual.com/busy. Start Ritual or add Essential for Women 18 Plus to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/busy for 25% off. Athena Club. Listen, I know I'm repurposing in the song. That's fine. Spring is sprung. As soon as it hits spring, guys, we got to shave those legs.
We're wearing little dresses.
Wearing little short dresses. I want to show off that skin, get a little air on it.
Yeah. I'm going to be real. I love the feeling of freshly shaved legs on clean sheets. That's like,
it's the best. It's the best. It's the best feeling.
The biggest pleasure of the summer.
100%. Listen, I know you've heard about Athena Club by now, but this is your sign to finally try it. Athena Club's award-winning TikTok viral razor kit. It's worth the hype. You need to try it to believe it. The quality is incredible thanks to 5 precision-engineered blades. There's a very moisturizing, water-activated serum with hyaluronic acid, built-in skin guards that prevent razor burn and reduce irritation. You're going to feel so soft after one swipe.
And I love the little magnetic holder that keeps it from getting
gooey.
You
don't need it to get gooey, the little magnetic hook.
And I think that it lasts a lot longer. The razor lasts 100%. A lot longer.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, we have no basis on that, but I agree with you. I think it does.
I am my own basis, but this is what I'm saying. In my experience, I think it helps the razor last longer because it's not sitting in its own mess.
Plus, we got to mention the incredible price. The Athena Club razor kit is a steal at just $10. But the razor feels expensive. It looks expensive. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, you guys. If you still think all razors are created equal and you haven't made the switch, come on. What are you waiting for? You've got to try Athena Club's razor kit. It's the best deal that you're going to get on a premium razor. It's going to keep you feeling confident in your skin all summer long. Are you ready to upgrade your shaving experience? Switch to the best razor on the market. Show your skin you care with Athena Club. Head on over to athenaclub.com to try their award-winning razor and body products and get 20% off your purchase with code BUSY at the checkout. You can also find Athena Club razors at your local Target store, but then we won't get credit for it. So go to athenaclub.com and use the code BUSY at checkout to get 20% off your purchase. Trust me, you're not going to look back. Happy shaving. Wait, did I tell you about the Taylor Swift tickets?
No, well,
I told you. Did I talk about it on this?
I don't know. Well,
this is just like, because I just think it speaks to this greater issue.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is like the whole thing.
Yeah.
So Birdie, obviously in Sweden, Taylor Swift was playing there last weekend. And she was like, my friend and I really want to go. And I was like, oh, babe, I mean, I'll look at the tickets, but we know.
Right.
you guys know how much money those things, and I'm like, we've done it. We've seen it. I understand the fucking depressed poets or whatever. But like, honey, like I'm not shelling out a grand.
You thought it was like,
well, like how it was here. Every city here was like insane.
Yeah.
And then we go on the resale site and it's literally all the tickets are face value.
oh my
Because
gosh.
here's what happens when you live in a country where you have everything that you need. You're like, why am I going to gouge somebody? I just bought these tickets. I don't need them. And so I would like for somebody else to go. I just want to make my money back that I spent.
Oh my
Here you
God.
go. So we bought tickets for her and her friend to go. It was like face value tickets. Birdie was like, they were the best seats we had the whole time. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh
like
my
it just was, it was really, but it really like, to me, speaks volumes about how desperate people are here.
Right.
To make an extra $1,000 or whatever.
Right.
Like, and that we're like so driven by this consumerist narrative.
Right.
That we feel like we have to just keep playing this made up fucking game. It's just a made up game.
Right.
She says that she does a television show for the shopping network. But like the truth is there's differences. Do you know what I mean? I think you have to be, it's nuanced. It is nuanced. We exist within this system. We want to make things. We want to be able to sell things. We have advertisers on this podcast, but like it doesn't change the fact that healthcare is abysmal and so expensive, and you get those bills. And like even when, I have insurance, my kids have insurance, and like even still with those emergency bills for Birdie when we came back to the States, and the bills in Sweden were like $8 or whatever.
Right.
Like it's really intense to live here in this country. There's so many things like you can. Like if an illness can sink you, it's not a great place to be.
No. I mean, and people are closer to being sunk than ever, like it used to be like.
But just like, why can other places, what the fuck is happening? Like, and this was a little bit like when I did the Oprah thing, this was like a little bit what my point was, which was like, we're all down here having this conversation.
Right.
Meanwhile, like, what's happening up here?
Yeah. We're like the people that work in the Downton Abbey house having, we're downstairs.
Yes. But, and the politicians and the people, the billionaires and these people like that are so greedy and wrong and like with bad ideas about the way that the world should be and like just horrible fucking people. Truly.
Yeah.
Who like don't believe in education for everybody.
Right.
Don't believe that starving children in our country should eat. Don't believe that women should have health care.
Children should work.
They do believe that children should work and not have to take lunch breaks. That's literally a law that passed. I mean, like people in Alabama, like the places where they've, banned abortion. I don't need to tell you guys this shit. I don't need to educate you on this shit, but I will. I'm kidding. But like the states where the abortion bans have gone through, and like it literally is like you can look at it and it's like they're the states that have the most poverty. They're the states where there's the most domestic violence, where there are the most deaths of women and children by the hands of men, like the most gun deaths, it's like, guys, clearly they don't fucking care about kids. They do not. The education is abysmal.
Yeah.
There's no motherfuckers, what are we doing? And then meanwhile we're like, but she's taking Ozempic.
Yeah, people deserve better. People deserve better. And by the way, all the things that you're talking about, like, I think it's been proven time and time again that like all of these policies that we're always promoting or whatever are wildly popular with all people, even Republicans usually. So it's just a case of like getting ourselves into a predicament where we have bad actors in office.
But this is but again, okay, like I was talking again about like the origin of evangelicals and Christians as a whole in America taking abortion on as a political ideology and like using it in with like preachers using it on their parishioners, whereas before Roe, Christians and evangelicals didn't really care about abortions. Catholics always did, but like Christians and evangelicals didn't. You guys know this history, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about this last night and how it was like really about tax breaks. Like Jerry Falwell and all those evangelical Christians wanted to keep their tax breaks for their universities, but they wanted to keep them segregated. It's a whole fucking thing. And this is very easily Googleable. Guys, I can't do it for you right now. You know what I mean? I'm very tired. And I already read the book. I read the article. It's like, I've talked about it before. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just fucking Google it because I'm not doing it. And if you're like, I was raised evangelical Christian, they were always against abortion. They were not. You can go look at the history. They were not. They're history books. That will tell you the history. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I fell asleep at my own fucking talking about this shit. But like, that's what I guess my point is that it's all driven by money. This is all driven by, all this shit is driven by money. Even Catholics being against abortion and birth control is driven by money because since the beginning of fucking time with Catholics, you would have to pay tithings for every child that you have, every member of family in the household that went to the fucking Catholic Church.
Right.
And so the more kids you had, the more tithings you owed the church. And they were like, more kids are better. More kids are better. No birth control. No fucking abortions, kids. You have to have more, of course, because they wanted more money. But to what end? What are they doing with this money? Are they eating it? What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, that's the wild thing is that this money...
Where does it go?
This money isn't going into the pockets of the people that
These
are...
Supreme Court justices, what are they doing with all this fucking money?
Taking vacations, buying new flags to hang upside down and blame their wives.
But like Warren Buffett, who like paid his taxes, or what, did you see that thing? He was talking about how much he paid in his taxes. And he's like, if other billionaires did this, like we would have no issues in this fucking country.
Right.
What do they need all this fucking money for? I don't understand. Do they not get that they're going to die too? Everyone is going to fucking die.
I think some of them don't believe it. I think some of them think they'll find a loophole somehow. I think, you know, and I think that people are weirdly concerned with their legacies and like what they're going to
just think that their legacy is fucking money. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Yeah. It would be interesting.
Don't get me wrong. I like to buy nice things, guys.
No, everybody likes to have nice things.
I'm just saying, you get to a point and it's like, what's happening?
You have enough. Like,
and these politicians have enough.
They have enough.
They're huge fucking ugly ass houses. By the way, I have never seen a house for $30 million that I'm like, yes, I want to live there.
Right.
Never in my life.
Right.
I like remember watching Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous when I was a kid and being like, what is this?
They all look like Olive Garden.
It's so true. They look cheesy as fuck and ugly. They're always so ugly.
Yeah.
Guys, am I wrong? Here's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I'll see a house in Los Angeles that's like a Lautner or something, you know, like some sort of like important architectural masterpiece.
Right.
And I'm like, that's $8 million. And I'm like, I get it. That's really fucking cool.
Yes.
It's beautiful and really cool and worth that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. $40 million. I challenge someone to find a $40 million house that is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, have you ever watched those videos?
I'm looking on Zillow right now.
Okay, a $48 million. Is that what you said?
30 or 40.
Million?
30 or 40. Let's just go 30 or 40.
Have you ever seen those TikToks of people that find these abandoned mansions and go through them? And they're just like, they're all abandoned. Like,
Well, there was a story. I just saw a story the other day of some rich people who couldn't unload their ugly ass $30 million house like outside of Washington, D.C., like in the middle of nowhere. And so they gave it to a charity.
Oh, that's good at least.
Yes, but then the charity has to sell it.
Right. Then the charity can't sell it.
And then they didn't have to pay capital gains or some shit. I don't know. It's a loophole. All I'm saying is it's a loophole. It's always a loophole.
Right.
Just beware of the loopholes, guys.
Oh my God.
Ugh. Sorry, I'm really cranks.
You're well, you have PMS as we found out yesterday.
I am PMSing. I am, guys.
Oh my gosh.
I also just feel like I'm really, like most of you, I think, I feel very overwhelmed by the state of the world. And I'm just trying to figure it out as I also exist within. And there are certain things that are like inalienable truths, you know, like, have I been conditioned to like when I'm feeling bad about things to want to like go buy a new dress? Yes, I have been conditioned in that way. Am I going to change? Probably not. Do I pay more taxes than probably Elon Musk? I imagine I do, actually. You know what I mean? Because like I just don't think that I don't understand why those billionaires don't have to pay taxes. It's really upsetting.
It's kind of wild. I do want to say the joy of getting a new dress has existed since pioneer times in the United States. I know from reading the Little House on the Prairie books, everybody loved when Ma would go to the dry goods store and get a new bolt of gingham or
a bolt of gingham, guys.
Or something, a new floral, and make new dresses for the girls. That's what I think. I think what we're talking about is like balance.
All right, here's what I do want to just say this right now.
Okay.
New York City is not the place to look at this. I'm talking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like the prices are so, although look, $43 million, guys, this place is fucking ugly. I'm sorry. It's fucking
in New York
ugly.
City?
Yeah, but it's really gaudy and gross. I would decorate it differently. This is like, yeah, maybe in New York I would fuck with a $50 million whatever this place is. Oh my God, Jesus.
Do you ever look at Zillow Gone Wild? Does that show up in your feed?
I love Zillow Gone Wild.
Oh my God. I love it.
$105 million, guys.
Oh, what is it?
It's a penthouse in a building on Park Ave. Honestly, it's ugly. Guys, I'm sorry. It's ugly. It's $105 million and it's ugly. It's ugly. I'm sorry. It's ugly. I'm sorry, but it's ugly. It's ugly. There's a lot of $30 to $50 million places around Central Park. Whoa, that's crazy.
And then you're just like, who is buying these?
Well, that's, I guess, people who are pocketing bribes. I don't know. And she says, from a place of like a person who's like, I have made a lot, like I've like, I have more than most, right? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, I definitely have, because of my job and, oh, here, wait, I wanted to look over here. So I feel like I saw a really expensive house over in Brooklyn that I was like, that is so ugly. Sometimes I just look on Zillow though, just for fun.
Oh my God.
New York is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Because New York has always been expensive.
Well, it's prohibitively expensive.
Prohibitively expensive. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about
like McMansions.
A McMansion on a man-made lake in Montana or something.
Or like outside of DC. Like actually, I was like literally actually talking about this house that I like saw an article about.
Yeah.
It was.
And you're like, it's so big that there's no, like, okay, my house has 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, a living room and a kitchen and like a little den. And one bedroom is my office. One bedroom is our bedroom. There's a kid in each bedroom, an adult man in each bedroom who are my kids. And like, I still never go in that little den, you know, like in a 1,500 square foot house. I never go in there, you know.
I had rooms in my old house in Los Angeles that I was like, what are we doing there? What is that place? What are we doing?
Gosh.
But yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Those like giant, ugly.
When it looks like it looks like an Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Stuck to a macaroni grill. Stuck to, sometimes it looks like a Chili's. You know, depending on the decor, but they all look like chain restaurants to me, like supersized chain restaurants.
I agree.
You know,
supersized chain.
Or like I
wouldn't be mad at a macaroni grill.
A macaroni grill, you'd be into living in a macaroni grill.
I mean, just like just eating there right now. That's really what I was saying. Like, somebody in the van, we were like going to shoot a little piece today, and somebody said something and felt like they were being a little disparaging about PF Chang's, and I was like, not on my watch. I don't know if you noticed, but I was like,
I heard you say, I love PF Chang's.
I was like, shut it down. You know what they say? The fish rots from the head down. I want everyone to know there is no place on this staff for disparaging chain restaurants.
For PF Chang's slander.
For PF Chang's slander. No, sir, not on my watch. Helix, we love you. We love our good sleeping. Have you been sleeping well in my guest bedroom on my Helix mattress?
Yes.
I'm so glad.
That's, really making me feel at home.
I hope so.
I miss my family, but at least I have my Helix.
You know what I mean? I feel it for you. When I travel, I get bummed. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we've talked about it before. If you're having trouble sleeping at night, if you're waking up sore in the morning, if your back hurts, if your neck, let's just consider this. You probably need a new mattress, and let us offer to you that you should probably get a Helix mattress. It is award-winning. These are award-winning mattresses. They are incredible. They have all 20 unique mattresses, different mattresses to choose from. You take a little quiz. We love a quiz.
Easy peasy.
You tell them how you sleep, your body shape, your type, your whatever. They match you with your perfect mattress in under 2 minutes. Then that mattress shipped right to your door, free of charge.
You don't have to go into the store and lay on the mattress in front of the guy that works at the store. It's so awkward and
gross.
Weird.
Now that I think about it, it's really bizarre. You know what I mean? Now that Helix has freed me of that hell, I'm like, what were we all doing?
What were we thinking?
Ugh, gross. Because also Helix knows there's no better way to test out a new mattress than sleeping on it in your own home. You can't even tell if you lie down on it for 5 seconds. You're like, yeah, this seems good. You just want to get up.
You just want to get out of there. You want it to be
I'll
over.
take it. No, don't do that, guys. Go to Helix. Get a Helix. They offer a 100-night trial, a 10 to 15-year warranty on their Helix mattresses, because everyone is unique. Everyone sleeps differently. That's why there are so many models with memory foam layers, models with more responsive foam to cradle your body. Come on. Plus, they also have enhanced cooling features. Guys, my ladies who are menopausing it up.
I need it.
Get into it. We love Helix. Guys, don't want to take our word for it? Okay. That's on you. But Helix has been awarded the #1 mattress pick by GQ and Wired Magazine. People are obsessed with these Helix mattresses. Helix is offering up to 30% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows. 2 free pillows for you, our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/best. That's helixsleep.com/best. This is their best offer yet. It's not going to last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Oh, Foria, how you doing, Foria? Listen, guys, we love Foria. You know we love Foria. And it works whether you have a partner, whether you're single, whether you're using it on your own or you're using it with somebody else. Foria has incredible products. We've been talking about this for years now.
We've been talking about it for years. If you haven't tried Foria by now, why?
Well, then now's your chance.
What? This is the time.
This is the time. Because also if you're like, oh no, we're good. I don't need any help in the bedroom. That's fine. You don't need help. I get it. Yeah, that's fine. But also, what if I told you, I know you don't need help, but what if you could have even better sex? Wouldn't you want that? Bigger orgasms, better, bigger, everything, solo or with someone? Come on.
Who doesn't need that?
I mean, everyone needs it. Foria uses all-natural plant-based ingredients to intensify sexual pleasure, relieve discomfort. They have a very cult following, tens of thousands of people who've had their sex lives transformed through their products. People use the sex oil, the awaken, arousal oil. Foria's products are made to help women and people with vulvas fully experience their sexual pleasure, from heightened orgasms, more sexual comfort. The arousal oil is like a juicy warm-up that really gets you turned on, increasing pleasure, deepening orgasms with a partner or by yourself. Why not try it? Used together, Foria's Awaken Arousal Oil and the Sex Oil are the perfect combo. So yeah, guys, you haven't tried it yet? You have our permission. Get it. Get it. Have it sent to your door. We fully endorse you to go ahead, treat yourself to more, deeper, fuller pleasure wherever you can find it as often as possible. Start with a bottle of Foria. Foria is offering a special deal for you, our listeners. Get 20% off your first order by visiting foriawellness.com/best or use the code BEST at checkout. That's FORIA wellness.com/best for 20% off your first order. We recommend trying their Awaken Arousal Oil and the Sex Oil. You're going to thank us later. Oh my God. Do you know what else I did yesterday or this morning?
What?
I wildly saw a list of like foods that have the most phthalates or whatever, like the plastics or, you know. Oh, Caissie.
What?
I just really went on a tailspin.
How many foods?
It's so many. It's all the foods. All the foods have all the plastic, and it's just all the plastic.
I got to be honest. I didn't even know that phthalates were plastic. That's what they are.
Or PFAS or whatever. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's all plastic.
And then what?
It's just in our systems.
What's the worst? I know. I read that we have like a credit card worth of plastic in our body.
I'm just going to, you guys, do you want me to say it? Or are you going to be like bummed if I say it? Because now it's information. Now we got to tell it. Now we have to tell you. But Fairlife milk is like very, very high.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So basically, if you're buying packaged food from the grocery store, odds are, there's lots of forever chemicals, plastics.
Okay.
Phthalates in them, phthalate content.
Oh my God.
In the case of packaged foods, the primary concern is something called a plasticizer, which is a chemical used to make plastic packaging more flexible and durable. The most common are phthalates, which is a forever chemical. Phthalates, along with BPAs, are present in 98% of Americans' blood.
Wow.
There's no level of phthalate consumption that scientists think is safe.
Oh, God. Who are those 2%ers with perfect blood?
They live on a commune.
I bet.
Together.
They probably just eat stuff that they grew and like.
Okay. So beverages, brisk iced tea, lemon in a can has a lot of phthalates.
Oh, shoot.
Coca-Cola in plastic, ton of phthalates.
Makes sense.
Lipton diet green tea, citrus plastic.
Makes sense.
Poland spring water in plastic. Juicy juice, Pepsi in a can. It doesn't matter if it's in cardboard or a can. That's the thing that's so weird.
Oh, because cardboard is like lined with plastic. Usually.
Mm-hmm. So Fairlife Core Power High Protein Milkshake chocolate plastic has so many phthalates, guys. It's over 20,000.
Oh my God.
Per serving in nanograms.
And I'm gonna guess that most of these companies are saying that this is like a one-off test, and they would dispute that's the levels in every single container of their products. But
the sort of like overarching theme here, because you can look online, and find all of this information, but like sort of the overarching theme that we just all need to realize is that like as much as possible we have to like stop with packaged food.
Right.
Even like ground turkey, ground beef, like that's packaged in plastic.
Right.
Like it's
Can I ask you a question? Maybe from looking, can you get the plastic out of your body once it's in there?
No. I actually don't know.
Could we become the 2% with plasticless blood?
And fast food chains, also, guys.
Right.
We as consumers must stand up to these mega corporations. Choose natural products with minimal processing, sold by local farmers or companies who are transparent about the origins and responsible about the sourcing of their ingredients. Listen, here's the thing, guys. It's gotta be farmers markets.
It's really hard.
Become self-reliant.
It's really
grow, raise, or hunt your own food.
Oh my God. It's really hard though, because like, do you have time to grow your own food?
Nor could I. No,
right.
I don't. Nor could I. There's not a chance.
And then also, farmers markets are really hard to get to, and they're really expensive. So like your dollar just does not go far at a farmer's market because they're like these bougie things now. It's not the same as like when we were kids and you could go spend a few dollars and get a couple bags of like vegetables or whatever. It's very expensive. And so this is like an economic issue too, because people need to be able to feed their families. And then what they can afford to feed their families is like apparently toxic. And we're not being protected from that.
But this is all the same conversation.
Right.
TBH.
Right. Right. What countries are the phthalates low in, I wonder?
Oh, man. It's a great question.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what I did love?
What did you love?
I loved that baby that wanted to go to the Four Seasons Orlando.
Oh my God. Have you guys seen this video?
Of course they have. I'm going to be like Birdie. Mom, I know the Orlando baby.
That baby he needs to be wearing a top hat and a monocle because his little gesture was so regal, even though he's just in a diaper and he's so little. How does he know to make that regal, that refined of a gesture?
Was a refined little sir. But it was a girl. It was a woman.
Oh, it was a
woman baby.
It was a woman.
It was a baby woman.
It was a baby woman. Oh. Baby woman, I am sorry that I said you were a boy. But so anyway, she's very regal, this girl, when her mom...
now it's even more, now it feels more like a refined little finger up.
When her mom said, who wants to go to the Four Seasons Orlando, this elegant baby said, I do, with like a very regal and royal one finger up.
I mean,
I love her. And the little sister was so cute too. The big sister coming in and like, she was also adorable, but there's no topping that baby.
I mean, that baby was everything.
She's the best baby since the candle sniffing baby. Do you remember her?
Of course.
We had an exclusive with the candle sniffing baby on our Substack, and that was truly a great day.
It was a really great day.
I was very excited to get to interact with the candle sniffing babies. She's probably like a candle sniffing toddler now.
I mean, honey, she could be an adult. We don't know.
She's like, do you remember that girl who was like, it's frickin' bats when she was like a little girl, and now she's like a teenager and she's reviewing perfumes in the car. She's still hilarious.
No, I don't remember that.
But like, she was just like a second ago, she was a toddler who said, it's frickin' bats. I'll send you her videos. You'll like her, I think.
Oh, okay.
And you have like a whole lifetime of content to catch up on with her.
I don't know if I have the room.
Well, maybe someone has done like a super cut of her over the years and you can watch her grow. You can watch her grow and blossom into adulthood. You know what I love? I love that she's still hilarious. She's still a very, very funny teenager. But she was always a star. You guys know you guys know that it's frickin' Bats girl. I don't know her name. Forgive me. That's one thing I hate about like TikTok and internet fame is like I never know these people's. I'm like the guy who did this, the girl who sang this, the kid who said this, the grape stomp lady. I don't know the grape stomp lady's name.
She's probably like 90 now.
I mean, I hope so. I hope she's in good luck and good spirits and everything. But I'll remember that grape stomp video until I'm 90.
I mean, insane.
The cockroach newscaster. Do you remember him? Oh my God. Now we're just naming like early viral videos.
But that's what this podcast does now.
The cockroach weatherman.
I don't remember
a classic.
But I remember the kid who was trying to do call the play-by-plays in the basketball game.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, he passes it to the man, and boom goes the dynamite. He passes it to the man. Always made me laugh so fucking hard. I mean, boom goes the dynamite is iconic, but he passes it to the man. I don't know the guy's name. I don't know the man's name. I just have to say something. He passes it to the man. Oh, good times on the early internet before everything was garbage, guys.
The internet has given us a lot of joy.
It's given us joy. It's given us laughs. It's given us you guys. Honestly, it's given us you.
Oh my!
And for that, we say thank you, internet. Thank you so much, and thank you, Geminis, for ushering in this season.
It's our time.
It's your time to shine, but it's all of our time to get out of fucking Taurus because Taurus sucked. Sorry. Taurus season this year sucked. It was hard.
Did it? Was
yeah,
it
was
hard?
bad. It was bad for people.
Oh, you know what I did want to tell you is that like last week you were talking about some dating issues and you said, is this good podcast? Like, I think you were like, this isn't good. So many people wrote in to be like, actually, it was really good. And it was really good for me to hear. And it was exactly what I needed to hear because I'm going through the same thing. So it's like we always say, you know, like, if you think something, if you feel something, sometimes it's good to just say it because so many other people think and feel the same way. And so I feel like people thought that it was very relatable and like that they were kind of in the same place and that they were glad to hear you talking about it. So,
well,
I'm glad you didn't edit yourself and you talked about the craptastic world of dating.
Yeah, it's, you know, it is what it is. We'll see. I don't know. That I've really like been having a moment this week too, where I'm just like, I don't know about any of this.
Yeah,
but that's okay. I don't have time.
Maybe that's it. Maybe you're just like live your best life and like, I don't know, like. Maybe you'll just meet someone in the course of like living your great life. Like maybe the person who delivered your giant floral arrangement from Oprah that you got, maybe that could have been.
No, he was with his wife and they were
man.
very pressed by how heavy that floral arrangement was. And he was not. There was no.
Well,
they were like a very sweet, very tiny couple, very small,
just
very, very small
flowers that were way too big for
small
them
for that. How heavy that was, and yeah, I don't even understand.
What a moment!
I did a controversial thing with the Oprah flowers. I broke it down.
I know because you were like, you have to come get some of these flowers, and I was like, no way, you have to keep them together. Like the amount of flowers is the point. But you said it was already.
I said no, and here's another thing that Emily, BB, and I decided. I would have rather had 8 deliveries of small arrangements.
Okay.
Than one giant arrangement. I mean, I'm not, listen. I was thrilled to have it, period. But,
yes.
But if we're getting greedy.
Yeah. If you're like, just you're talking about your own personality.
I just like flowers all the time.
Yeah.
And I want more.
You wanted like flowers of the month club instead of, you don't want all your flowers.
I mean, it felt like all my flowers at one time.
Yeah.
Which, you know.
You're never going to get that many flowers again at one time.
Maybe, we don't know.
Until your funeral.
Rude. Well, we don't know that, Caissie. We don't know that.
I mean, it's possible. I'm guessing because
we don't know.
Ain't nobody gonna send you flowers like Oprah sends you flowers.
You don't know. I could be entering my WAG era. WAG? Is that what it's called?
What is your WAG era?
Isn't that where you're dating your wife of a basketball player or something? Or like you're dating like sports people?
Oh,
Isn't that what
maybe.
It's called?
I don't know.
I have to look it up.
That's
not something bad.
I'm not cool enough to know about these eras.
Yeah, wives and girlfriends.
Wives and girlfriends.
Typically used in relation to women associated with professional athletes. Yeah, so there you go. I used it properly.
You did. You did.
I could be entering my WAG era. Maybe I'll be dating, some professional. Maybe I find, my Travis Kelce.
Maybe.
We don't know. And then that amount of flowers I would expect from a professional sports player.
And then when he is tapped to give the graduation speech you'll like counsel him to not say anything stupid.
Well, he wouldn't anyway. We're not dating that guy. Yeah. What are we doing?
Exactly.
That's the truth. Also, just none of this is real. Okay. Okay, guys. We gotta go. We should go back to work.
We have to go back to work, but we will talk to you soon. And we love you.
You.
Thanks for hanging out with us. And don't forget to watch the show on QVC Plus if you can.
If you can figure it out.
On VPN.
You can figure it out.
You can figure it out.
You. Love you. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing my best.
Oh no.